See the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, really break the backs of the defense.
And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. That was Montez Sweat who took him down. Call it no gain, maybe one at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2. Trying to throw here out of the gun. That's taken in by Cup. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Stays in the pocket. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin. Because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down. Looking to the air here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. 4th down punt from the Seahawks, and that means we're going to see Michael Dixon head on to send it skyward. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And it's going to be Bears football. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Tackle made by Ernest Jones. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Williams. Almost an opening drive interception, but that winds up on the ground. Incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, it's Torrey Taylor on for the Bears to punt this away. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. And he's just going to fair catch this one. That's brought in at the 39-yard line. No return on that punt. And it'll be Seahawks football. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Handoff running left, Walker. He breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Staying with Walker. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
3rd and long for him here. On the move, headed right. It's on the turf, the ball's out, he lost it. Bears pick it up, headed the other way. Has a hole left, room to run. And what a way to begin the scoring, Brock, as they take it back for the touchdown. The Bears parlay the turnover into a lead. He took off with it, which they give him full license to do when he sees an opening, Brock. But he couldn't keep it secure, and it winds up in a defensive touchdown.
Kate, I played for coaches that when you scramble, they force you to have 2 hands on the ball because they know this. They know these defenders love for these moments. They attack the looseness of that ball security. Quarterbacks, unlike running backs, don't always know how to tuck that ball away. And this defense, well, they took advantage.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. From his own end zone, here we go. And this drive will start inside the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Walker running right. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bears territory. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Now here he goes. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He puts some juice on the deep throw down the middle.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
2nd and 10 now. Cup on the catch. Jukes one defender. Fought off a tackle, but he lost the football. Bears pick it up, headed the other way. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Oh, while a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover. So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. So we're through one as everyone tries to stay warm on what has been a very cold night. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. About set for the 2nd quarter. Seahawks football here. They'll be well inside field goal range to begin this drive. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Running with Walker again. Space to the left. With some fancy footwork there for the touchdown. Seahawks start to fight back with their first points of this game. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Myers gets the point after to go. And the Seahawks tie this game 7-7. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. They've got first down from the 31. Williams from the gun. Hits his target. That's DJ Moore. And he'll get it up to the 44. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Bears first down. Now an inside handoff to Swift. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run it right through you.
That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
You know, I don't mind taking that risk, especially on early downs. You try to shot downfield, it doesn't work. But, Kate, the good news, you've got 2 more downs to try to find a first.
Williams thrown again here on second down. Finds him on the slant. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a Chicago first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
First down. Here's Swift. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here's 2nd and 7. Pass caught by Adunze. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. The easy way to do it, catches just like that, going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
Third down, here's Williams. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Bears first down. A give right side for Swift. And not much for him there. He's down to the 15-yard line. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Here's Swift on second down. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Williams to throw. And in for the Chicago touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one's hits the uprights. And the Bears break that tie and now lead by 7. Taylor has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing now off play action. He's on the move. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Soldier Field. The Seahawks looking down a very long field. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut big, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Picked up at the 38. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. 58 yards on the punt there. And they'll get ready to go on offense. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. And he's able to get this down to the 36. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
You call that 1st down running play, you don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They take that every single time.
1st down, ball at the 36. To throw, Williams. Pass is caught at the 9. And he drives this forward to the 6. The Bears decide to call their 1st timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
1st and goal, Swift. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Swift will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4. Timeout called by the offense, and with another timeout available, they could actually get another 2 plays if they work quick. Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Swift. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. So with only a single second remaining, they're going to try a field goal. This only a chip shot from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Williams set to pass. Got it. He's got a gain of 6 there. Tackle made by Ernest Jones.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
We'll cobble together a yard there. Up to the ground by Kaiser White. They manage a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4. To throw is Williams. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Tempting to perhaps take the yards and run 3rd down again, partner, but they decline it. That's going to bring up 4th down. Chicago brings out the punting unit. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. First punt win 45 yards. This looks considerably further. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Seahawks drive is going to start from deep in their own territory. They're out and set, 1st and 10. We'll give up the gut to Walker. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Throwing from the gun here. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. That's a good find from the Alabama rookie, and that'll give him a new set of downs. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing from the gun. Connection made to Smith and Jigba. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. left. Here's Walker. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on 3rd down. They kick the running back in motion. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Intended target there was Jackson Smith-Njigba. And 4th and 4 coming up. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Seahawks bring it out the punt team. Michael Dixon will kick it away. He has it at the 13. And something on the return, but not much as it still ends inside the 20. Call that one a 44-yard punt. And the Bears are going to take over deep in their own territory. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Williams. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Worked through his progression, nobody available, and by the time he checked it down to the back, oh, you could almost see it coming. A defender there to intercept it.
Because those defenders have clocks, too. I mean, we get so enamored talking about a quarterback's clock, but defenders do as well, and they know when that quarterback's holding the ball, likely a check down is coming. That is just smart defensive play.
And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. Setting up a throw. He's on the move, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks parlay the interception into points. Myers to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Seahawks cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Returning it from the 4. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. A handoff left for Swift. And what a hit there. Ouch, she faced the price for moving the chains that time.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and back who can show off his wheels.
Out of the pistol, Williams. Finds a seam down the middle. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, you often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud-tight end.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Now Williams. Chased out to his right. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. Out now are the special teamers to try a Bears field goal. His first kick was good. This second look from 35 yards away. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll double their lead to 6.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. That's the end of the 3rd on Sunday night. It's the Seahawks with possession, needing to erase that deficit in a hurry. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. And off to Walker from the gun. And he's going to get up to about the 33, but no more. Only a couple yards there, and now it's 3rd and 7. He'll throw it. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Walker now from the gun. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Back to throw now. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Now looking to throw. He'll get this to Cup. And he's able to get this down to the 36. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. 1st down, ball at the 36. Now an inside give to Walker. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
This is Walker on 2nd. And he's going to take this only to about the 31. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4. He's back to throw. The Bears close it in, and they'll get him. And the defense comes through. 4th down, that much tougher. Punt team on the field. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. with Swift out of the gun. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Out of the shotgun, a give to Swift. And his charge towards the line, that's right around 3 yards.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
It's the 2-minute warning from Chicago. Bears up by 6. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Going to run again with Swift. And he fought the good fight there just to make it back to the line. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Here he is to throw. Able to get it to Moore. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that's a Chicago 1st down. No slated downs to approach here from the 40. Pinned off running right. Here's Swift. And finally, they're able to bring him to the ground. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
Swift gets a 1st down and more. And he's taken down just in time at the 2. They've got to keep moving quick here. So Soldier Field sees another win for the Bears. And they're able to run this winning streak to 3 as they have really caught fire recently. So for Brock Ewart, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time.